What is going on, everyone? First and foremost, I want to say thank you for being here right now, watching this video. I do really appreciate for your time, and I would really appreciate if you do consider subscribing, simply because it does truly help me out a lot. Now, we're going to be reacting to Lana Rhoades goes back to the industry. Now, pretty sure she was literally just crying. I don't know how long it was. Maybe it was years ago, but at the end of the day, bro, that's not the point, man. She was literally crying, saying how much, that what the industry did to her, what people in the industry actually did to her, things like that. Saying she regrets, basically saying she has a lot of regrets, saying she's not gonna go back, like, you know what I mean, things like that. And now she's just, a few years later, it seems like, I don't know how long that was at the end of the day, but you guys pretty much get the idea, man. And now she basically, came back saying, she's basically going back to the industry. But, I guess she's done it for so long. Yeah, bro, you can't stop a female from doing what she wants to do at the end of the day, bro. You get what I mean? But at the end of the day, enough with the yapping. Let's just play the video, see what it's talking about. And at the end, I'll share my whole opinion on the situation, because this is crazy.
What was the steps that you took to even, get into that?
Well, yeah, it was kind of like a progressive, ladder effect. I started out working at, a restaurant similar to Hooters when I was 17. And it's not that I don't, know my dad at all. I just don't spend a lot of time with him. But he signed the paper so that I could work there, because it's a restaurant where you have to wear a sexy outfit, and I wasn't even 18.
Right.
So that was my first kind of job where men sexualize you and look at you in that way. And I never thought that I was pretty or anything growing up. So I was like, wow, they hired me here. I'm pretty enough to work here. And then guys coming up to me and giving me $20 and being like, you're so hot, here's $20. It was just it was so weird to me, but also validating, because I didn't have that self-esteem.
Right.
So I kind of went further down the rabbit hole. When I turned 18, I left that job and I went straight to becoming a dancer at a club. And then after that, it was porn. I actually had an experience so I started doing OnlyFans again. And I had an experience last night with another girl that reminded me of how I felt in those times. So it's I actually couldn't sleep last night because I was just so hurt by this happening. Me and one of my good girlfriends, we went live on OnlyFans last night, and I just recognized this facial expression that she had, that she looked so uncomfortable. And this was our third time doing it. We're friends, we kiss off camera and stuff. So I wasn't expecting it, but I was like, are you okay? Are you comfortable? And she's like, oh, I just have anxiety. And then she went off to the side and started just bawling. And I turned the live off, and it's just such, I feel honestly destroyed that I even had any part in someone feeling not comfortable with what they were doing. And also she was explaining to me that she needs to make money for certain things, so she feels she doesn't say no to all the things that she would want to. And it's probably good that this experience happened with me, because I have been through that so much myself that I was able to give her really good advice, even though it's something that literally killed me inside. Right. To be part of. But that's essentially what it was. It's a bunch of really young girls who get into the industry. The younger, the better for them. These girls, when I started, I looked like a little kid. I looked like a little kid. And that's what they like. That's what sells.
Now I'm about to go on a rant, so if you have the attention span of a chicken sandwich, maybe you should just skip the next 2 minutes of this video, because I gotta say this. Anytime people talk about the sex industry, they never talk about the fact that some people are just addicted to sexual gratification, because lust is addictive. They always point the narrative that the woman is the victim, meaning the only reason she did this is because of childhood trauma. It couldn't be the fact that she's addicted to sexual gratification, money, and attention, which Lana Rhoades says in the first part. I was working as a waitress. I enjoyed the fact that people thought that I was attractive. They gave me money. So I went from that to stripping. Then I went from stripping to upping the ante, like most addicts do, to doing something that now I hate myself. And when it comes to the guys who are obviously addicted to the point where they'll give away thousands of dollars and hours of their time, they always try to make them out to be the predators. It's not because he just wants a nut. It's because he's addicted to power. He wants to oppress women. And the reason why they always paint the woman as the victim and the guy as the predator is because if they had to admit that it was all based on addiction and self-gratification, then they'd actually have to regulate the market like they do with any other addictive substance. And the thing that irritates me about Lana Rhoades the most is she paints herself as the victim of these industries, but then she goes back to promote these industries to other women. Like, yeah, you were on a live stream for OnlyFans promoting another woman and she left camera to cry, and even though there aren't any of those bigoted men you talk about around because they're just doing a live stream, she still regrets the fact that she's taking off her clothes for money because you're participating in something that you know isn't good for you. Just like a drug addict. When a mom is a drug addict and she's shooting up in front of her daughter, I'm pretty sure she's not happy that she's doing it, but she does it anyway because she's addicted. The truth of the matter is the porn industry is monetized by lustful addiction, not trauma and not power. But if we started to see it as an addiction, meaning the men are the users and the women are the pushers, we would have to regulate it. And that means you'd have to tell women you're not allowed to slang coochie online. And imagine how all hell would break loose. You can't even tell women that they're not allowed to get rid of their own babies. Women like Lana Rhoades are addicted to attention and money, and she gets her attention by going on podcasts and complaining that she's the victim, and she gets her money by still promoting the same industry that she said profited off of her quote-unquote trauma. And the only reason why she leans on trauma is because it would suck to have to admit that you did bad things because you were just addicted to your own pleasure, attention, and money.
I also think like the point that you made that the guys don't understand what's going on behind the scenes, and then also that people are like, oh, you knew what you got into, and like you get backlash for talking out about it. I think it's because men like consuming porn and they don't want to feel guilty for consuming it, and so they don't want to hear that I felt the way that I felt, and they refuse to believe that I'm not like a giant whore that wants to get like fucked by like a bunch of big who was like a director and he performed in his own scenes. And they get, which I've seen this with like celebrity men too that have hooked up with a lot of girls, they get so like numb to just regular sex or just women that they end up having like these like really intense fetishes because they can't like get off to normal things anymore. Like I've met guys who like being peed on, who buy cookies with poop in them off the internet and watch girls pooping.
Honestly,
like,
I know what you're talking about because even in the NBA, like you talk about, and this is why I think like porn is dangerous, but also hooking up with too many people and because you get desensitized to the normal thing, and this happens in the NBA. Like I hear wild stories about some of these dudes, but like you said,
oh, trust me, I know.
other celebrities too that their fetishes get so crazy. You know, they might be a straight man, but they've done so much stuff with so many pretty girls, and they have so much access to pretty girls that, you know, now they're over here messing with trannies, or now they're over here messing with dudes, and it's like, it's crazy to think about. And I think the porn industry has a part to play in that, because you watch when you first get introduced to it, just seeing a girl naked might be enough for you, but then you keep watching it, and now you're looking at the craziest things, and now normal sex in real life doesn't do it for you.
And this is why I say sexual addiction and how the porn industry promotes sexual addiction is the main reason for this kind of stuff. These guys don't start off messing with transmissions. They go from one Instagram model, and when that's not enough, they doing it with 2 Instagram models at a time, and when that's not enough, they peeing on them. And the Instagram models that allow these guys to do this are addicted to the attention that they get from these guys and the money they get from these guys. And this is why the more sexually liberated a country becomes, the more you see trafficking in that country. It's because the few powerful people that want to indulge in this kind of stuff need people to indulge in it with, and when you convince young women that it's okay for them to just sleep with people liberally, they're more likely to be convinced into trafficking. Sexual gratification is an addiction, but what makes it easy to rationalize and what makes it hard to deal with is the fact that it's a natural addiction, just like eating too many cheeseburgers. The only difference is when you eat too many cheeseburgers, we can visually see that you eat too many cheeseburgers. With sexual addiction, you can pretty much go under the radar without anybody knowing. Sex, just like eating cheeseburgers, are both natural pleasures, but just like any other pleasure, you can get addicted to them. And sometimes you won't even know you're addicted until you do something that you regret. Let me know in the comments below if this video was a W or a L, and give me the HBO special. That's a Help Brother Out special. Hit the like and the...
But yeah, man, that is the end of the video. Let me know what you guys think about all of this down in the comment section, and subscribe for more content. But my opinion on the situation, right? Overall, this video does have a lot of points. You get what I mean? So a lot of valid points, let's just say that. But Lana Rhoades, bro, she takes zero accountability for her actions whatsoever, bro. All she does is blame men, bro. She does anything, she just blames it's the man's fault. It's the man's fault. It's their fault. It's not my fault. You get what I mean? She takes zero accountability whatsoever, right? It's the same for Mia Khalifa as well, bro. Mia Khalifa is the same exact way, if not even worse, man, because Mia Khalifa takes zero accountability whatsoever, bro. They both have, Lana Rhoades and Mia both have something very in common, bro. You get what I mean? They both take zero accountability, man. And I have a video, Andrew Tate basically, you know, called out Mia Khalifa. You get what I mean? Like, come on now. But at the end of the day, bro, this video does have a lot of points. But I'm just saying, man, you know, every mistake she's made, like literally every single mistake, even if it's small or something big, bro, she blames it on the industry. She blames it on the men. She blames it on someone else except for herself. You get what I mean? Which she doesn't hold herself accountable whatsoever, man. But yeah, that's really all I have to say on this whole situation. So I'm not gonna do too much talking, but let me know what you guys think, man. I don't have too much to say on this situation, but let me know what you guys think, bro. Do y'all agree, disagree with something in the video, or do y'all disagree or agree with something that I said personally, man? Because at the end of the day, bro, I'm just a guy who share my opinion, right? But let me know your guys' opinion down in the comment section, and subscribe for more content like I did mention. And peace out.